From $3.11 to $3.48, we can see a steady rise in gas prices in just over the last few months. This shows the United States that the issues overseas are being carried over to our land. Within the past few years, there have been issues arising between Russia and the Ukraine. This has since caused Russia to threaten to invade the Ukraine, which results in consequences in the United States. The events that have occurred this past week are not something that just started happening. It has been bubbling up for years now. According to Rizai from Pakistan, as the Russian troops build up on the eastern Ukraine border, it is being seen as a pretext of invasion or a full-scale warning to us here in the United States, which is being brought about because of the fact that Russia is vetoing the Ukraine's admission into NATO. If Russia invades, that will mean war between the two nations. This will ultimately hurt us here in the United States. That is because we are allies with the surrounding nations and may be able to be called like years in the past. An article from the CNN Wire was released giving information on just how the invasion is hurting America. It states the United States will not send troops into Ukraine to defend it. Biden has, however, ordered several troops to frontline NATO states to deter any further Russian adventurism, including to Romania and Poland. This article helps further our understanding of Biden's response on the situation. It also states that Republican leaders also want to stress high prices for gasoline and basic goods. Due to the situation we are facing from the invasion of Ukraine, we are now dealing with the drastic rise in supplies, raising high numbers for supply and demand. This leads us to what is on everyone's mind, our gas prices. Hitmate from the Gala Academic gives us an insight on how oil prices are being affected due to the issue between Russia and the Ukraine. He says ongoing tension in Eastern Europe are also pushing higher prices as Russia poses a threat for Ukraine. Oil prices anchored high on Monday, supported by global supply distributions and challenging weather conditions in the United States. But as a possible resolution to the U.S.-Iranian sanction is tempering prices rising. As we face these issues, we now push through the hard times to be able to see a rise in demand. Officials need to find a way to make money on the limited sources because as of right now, oil is hard to get to with the tension overseas in Russia and the Ukraine. So, America benchmark West Texas Intermediate trade at $92.03 per barrel at the same time for a 0.30% drop after the ending early session at $92.31 a barrel. From this, the United States is rising the prices per barrel to be able to bring back that 0.30% that was lost. The past few years, there have been issues arising between Russia and the Ukraine. It has now come to light that Russia has in fact invaded Ukraine as of Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. Because of the situation, the United States has sent many troops to the surrounding NATO states to be able to push back Russia. Now, as the United States, we must sit and watch and see what will happen here overseas.